You open up the music box in front of you in the Raven's Claw, and it says in a soothing voice, "Greetings, operatives. Artifacts Appropriations Limited, LLC, whatever it was, has learned that the egg of an eldritch horror has been mistaken for a historical object and is about to go on display at the Arlencia Museum of Natural History. The anthropologist, Dr. Cassie Dano, tried to warn officials about this egg, seen as the Merkmeyer stone, but none have believed her. We do, and we know that if this egg hatches, many will die, or worse. This quest, should you choose to undertake it, requires you to infiltrate the museum, steal the egg, and return it to Dr. Dano, who will neutralize it. There's no time to waste. The egg could hatch at any moment. Start by meeting with Dr. Dano. Good luck, operatives. On the back side of the box is um, a little picture of the emblem from the actual museum itself. It's in the same city. It's in Serrano. It's on the north side of the city, but it's a nice museum. Lou, you've been there once or twice. Gideon, you have not actually. You don't like going to places that remind you of your childhood. So the Museum of Natural History is far off limits. Mostly because of, dinosaurs. But anyway. No matter any of your other business this morning, a grave halfling messenger finds you in that restaurant a couple of hours later, honestly, with a sealed parchment. You open it, Lou, and it says, "Meet me at Sage's Quill today as soon as you can. I beg your help in a delicate matter whose importance could not be overstated. I shall await you in a purple hooded robe." And the note is signed Dr. Cassie Danell. And when you look up, the halflings wandered off and gone. Nero is busy tending to some things for his mom and is probably not available. And, well, you haven't met Kydarius yet, so
Oh,
just you guys.
and Cayman would be there, especially since Titan's there. Cayman is there.
Yes, you do have
I,
Cayman.
I would definitely be riding on Cayman. So
Wow.
What would you all like to do?
So, do we know the location of Sage's Quill?
Um, hmm. I don't know what have we done for directions? Survival?
Hmm.
I guess
Okay.
go with survival with advantage because it's in the city of your hometown.
Shit, all my dice are outside. Okay. Sorry.
Do you want me to roll for you?
Oh, I have Roll20 pulled up. I just rolled in. Yeah. Sorry, I like to be a little more on top of things before starting, and this just really threw me off. /R 1d20, and then you said survival 13 plus survival. It's actually not one thing that I'm good at. 15.
Did you roll with advantage?
I did not.
Jeez, friggin'
15.
are you
well,
is that
get
Gideon's roll or Titan's roll?
that's what that should be Titans. I'm trying to see why that 23 plus 5. It should have been just plus 5. Anyway, 23.
Yeah, what? That's
1
weird.
plus 5. 18 plus
I
5.
did the plus 5 twice. I did 18 plus 5 to get the 23, and then it's doing plus 5 at the end there. So I'm not for
Okay.
sure what's going on.
Anyway, 23. Lou, you do not fancy yourselves in a lot of fancy bars. So you're not you're pretty sure you can figure out how to get the information, but Titan's like, Leave it to the man who's drank a lot of alcohol, and he just takes you right on the streets. And you arrive at the Sage's Quill quite in a recently fast manner. It's next to the Varkenbluff Museum, or sorry, Varkenbluff, that's the name of the game. The Arlencia Museum of Natural History, less than a mile from the Arlencia University. And now that you've arrived at the tavern, as you enter, the soft light kind of reveals a mahogany furniture, luxurious carpets, definitely like a hookah lounge kind of vibe. A few genteel patrons murmur in the lounge, and you soon notice there's a purple hooded figure tucked into a corner booth, of course. Dr. Daniel gestures you to sit, and you notice lines of worry just etched into her, what you would assume is a normally cheerful face. She anxiously addresses you. Thank you so much for coming. A few weeks ago, I attended a dig. She just jumps right into this. I mean, there's no stopping. She's just spilling information to the two of you. I attended a dig in the Mark Meyer that unearthed a furrowed light green stone. I'll give you all the details, but the bottom line is that it isn't a stone. Everybody thinks it's a stone. It's not a stone. It's the egg of an eldritch horror. Moreover, my research indicates that it'll probably hatch roughly around midnight tonight. I thought you guys were going to be here a couple of days ago, but God knows what happened with the mail. So I really could have just shown up I could have just shown up at the place and seen you in person, but your whole organization is really secretive and weird, and things have to go through certain channels or whatever else. But nonetheless, trouble is, no one's listening to me so far. The university ignored me. I was caught trying to steal the egg from the museum so I could contain it. So now I've been fired. And the Mark Mirestone display is displaying at the museum tomorrow. And the egg's about to hatch. Please tell me you can appropriate the egg so that pretty much everything doesn't blow up.
Appropriate is what our dad does. We extract.
Oh, well, extract then, so to speak.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. So, probably some information. It's going to go on public display tomorrow, but obviously that's too late. Because if it's supposed to hatch at midnight, then tomorrow's not coming. There is a private gala tonight that's going to be celebrating the new exhibition with all the rich people in town, it's going to be on the museum's second floor in the gemstone wing, aptly named, but it's not a gym. You guys don't, I mean, you don't necessarily have to go to the gala, but I do have tickets for you to the gala if you decide to. Might kind of help you get some, I don't know, what do you guys call it? Reconnaissance? Like info? Like, what do you guys call it?
I mean, enjoying a free gala. Well, there'll be food there, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, appetite. I mean, there's reason enough for me to go. And she like looks down at Titan's like, you want to go to the gala with me?
Yeah.
I'll get you a red dress. I'll wear a tuxedo. We'll make a striking couple.
Oh, that does remind me. And she like reaches into her bag and she pulls out the 2 tickets for you. It is formal wear, so you do need to wear formal clothes. I hope you have some of those, but
100%. Lou like goes over, like Cayman's right there, and like Lou kind of lifts the hatch on the side and is like ruffling in, and she pulls out like a sparkly red dress and like holds it up to Titan. Like, I mean, I need to take it in a little bit, but I think it'd work. No, I'm wearing the tux. You wear the dress. You look so cute.
You care to look cute, damn it.
You can't help what you are, baby.
The doctor is blushing. She doesn't usually go for the short guys, but like, yeah, she could see it. So she hands you the tickets and she says, another thing is, I don't know about pets.
This isn't a pet.
This
This is my
this is a
seeing eye
seeing eye
panther.
panther.
And Lou whips out her ID card and like slides it across the table. Like, see, seeing eye panther.
I don't know why you're acting all like gung ho toward me. I'm just telling you the rules. I mean, you could talk to the guards, but
She just grabs. She's like, "Are you not gonna?" It's really okay. And she like puts the card and like puts it back in her pocket. Like you didn't even look at it. It's a great picture. Who takes amazing pictures like that on ID cards? Didn't even look.
she kind of just shuffles in her seat, like, oh yeah, it's a good picture.
You didn't look. You didn't look. And like Lou pulls it back out and like holds it in her face. Like, look, I'm gorgeous.
That doesn't even look like you.
It does sometimes.
Okay, what do you guys have any other questions, concerns for our friend?
Lou is definitely going to ask her. Okay, so we get the egg. Presumably, we go to the gala, we get some info, we go back later in the night, we pick up an egg, we bring it to you. Where are you going to be at? Are you going to be here? Got a home address? I know you don't have a work address anymore, but where can we find
Well, what would be easiest for you? Would it, I mean, we can meet here. That's a little conspicuous.
I mean, like, where do you need to be to neutralize the egg? Which, by the way, if neutralize just means like scramble it, we can do that ourselves. Like,
No. The egg itself more than likely can't be damaged or destroyed. Um, kind of like unearthing it alone triggered the rapid development of the creature within it. But I have a specially prepared crystal container that I've been working on. I still need to seal some of the cracks in it, which is I literally just popped over here to meet with you guys, and I'm going right back to finish it up. So yeah, actually, maybe meeting at my place would be easiest. And she just pulls out like just like a business card essentially with her home address on it. And it's not far.
So how big is this thing?
Well, you know.
Okay, I can fit in a bag of holding. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, no, it could definitely fit within a bag of holding. Uh, yeah, so yeah, it's green in color, kind of shiny and shimmery and very pretty, but also very super dangerous. So
one other question.
yeah,
Why is it that you and you alone think it's an egg and everybody else thinks it's a jewel? Like if you're asking us to extract a jewel, I don't care. Be upfront with me. We'd still steal it for you as long as you're paying. Like that's that's what we do.
Extract.
Sorry. Ooh, shit. Extract. We'd extract it for you. That's what we do.
I do what I do because I find joy in learning about our past cultures. And I, as much as any other anthropologist, believe that museums are places that harbor that information and can freely express it to the public for their own knowledge and gain. If it was just a stone that had any kind of information related to it, I wouldn't have a problem with the museum having it. The reason that I am extremely certain that this is an egg is and she kind of looks around, like looking to see if anybody's listening. You can definitely tell that the patrons of this place, a lot of them are the kind of artsy anthropological, like that kind of like college professor-esque kind of group. So she fits in, but like also there could be people listening, and so she kind of looks around and nobody seems to be paying attention. My actual like studies. So my degree is in Arlensian culture from like 600 to 800 years ago. That's what my thesis is on. My other thesis that isn't published is on Arlensian culture and the occult. And I've collected lots of different things from that. A lot of people think it's really creepy, but the markings that are on that egg are directly related to eldritch horrors written about in those occult books. So
Good enough for me.
it's not very talked about.
Titan's nodding, pretending like he understands, but definitely doesn't.
Lou's interest was definitely piqued when she's like, yeah, it's kind of a collection that creeps people out. And she's like, oh, well, let's compare notes. Like she's just the shrunken head of the spider's underneath her shirt, and she's just kind of like playing with the cord. She didn't pull it out, you know. That's a first date sort of thing, or a second date sort of thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. She says, okay, what else? Is there anything else I can tell you about it? Oh, this might help. And she pulls out a piece of paper, and she slides it across the table. And I will send that to the group. Actually, that piece of paper. Let me see. Player handouts, map. This is the one. How do I send it to the group? Show to players.
As she slides that, I will slide a destroy the ocean pamphlet to her.
She's like, okay, thank you. And she like folds it and puts it in her bag. I'm like, okay. She gives you, as you can see on roll 20, it's a sketch of the museum. Although Dr. Donnell is a brilliant academic, she is neither an architect nor a burglar. And her map is based on the public map of the museum's exhibits, so it's incomplete. It's obviously lacking some information. It certainly doesn't pinpoint where all the security features of the building are, but it does give you some information. She does let you know that the museum is outfitted with alarms after it closes to the public, but she's unsure where those alarms are located or how to bypass them. She also tells you a little bit more about the people that actually work at the museum, since she did work there before. She knows that there are 12 guards at night, and that the museum curator, she's an elf, Alda Arkin, likely has a record of the areas the guards patrol at night in her office. Or at least she suspects it's probably in her office, which is located somewhere in the eastern wing on the first floor. Arkin herself will be attending the gala. So that's the information she's given you. She's given you the tickets. She's given you a map and some information about the people that are there. She says that she's got to run. She's got to go work on this thing, sealing up the last bits of the crystal. But please meet her, preferably before midnight, when the Eldritch Horror will be released. Yes.
So where on this map is this egg supposed to be?
Let me pull up the exact one that you can see. It. Are you asking as Titan?
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense. Lou, would you like to answer that?
Or what if I could zoom in?
Oh, you can't zoom in.
Basement to where? To attic? What's all the text?
It's the biggest text there. It says stone here.
Yeah,
I don't know why it sent it that way, but it's essentially just putting the text in the picture down below it.
Oh,
And you can
attic.
You can actually click the image itself and it'll open up as a PNG like on the side in a much clearer font.
Oh, okay. I had popped it out and it still wasn't zooming out. Usually that's all you need to do to pop it out.
No, yeah, it's on the second floor and it's just gemstone wing, stone here, security question mark. But Titan still was like, so where's the so where's this
Uh,
egg supposed to be?
Lou's definitely gonna point to the Allosaurus. It's probably here.
Huh, okay.
It's an Allosaurus egg. So they'd keep it with the Allosaurus, right?
Yeah, that's all they won't bite us in this campaign here in a little bit.
Underground Wonders. Oh,
That
I can
sounds
go to
fun. We
this
should go there.
museum.
so let's see, what time is it now? Let me look at my notes.
Underground wonders on the second floor. Why wouldn't it be on the ground floor?
Well, it's because it's part of the creatures of the past, so they're caves.
So the exhibition, the private gala exhibition begins at 6. It is currently 4:30. So you have a couple of hours before the private gala opens, but the museum itself is open to the public right now. I mean, you could go anytime if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess let's get dressed up and
Okay.
Shopping
like-
montage.
Luke keeps like gesturing towards the sequin dress for Titan. You're like, is it because it's red? I think I have one in blue. Blue is very much a color.
It's because it's a dress, and I don't wear dresses
Why not?
because I prefer to wear clothes that are generally deemed for males.
I wear dresses.
Yeah, but you.
Well, you could be me too if you wanted.
I'm happy as me, but I appreciate the offer.
Like, all right, all right. We can both wear tuxedos, but I think we'll clash a little bit.
We don't we usually anyway. It's fitting. If you're not really tight,
That'll
then
get flagged
you're
when I
usually
try and
fine.
upload it to YouTube. Oh well.
So
Okay. So what do you guys want to do? You guys have your gala clothes. You have about an hour and a half until the actual gala itself starts, but the museum is open.
Well, might as well go early to make sure we don't have a problem with seeing Eye Panther.
maybe we'll just leave them this time.
Yeah, and then Titan's like, yeah, it has a really frowny face too.
I mean, okay. All right. All right. I'm just saying the last time I took him to a museum, he would not stop talking. You know?
I mean, you can always wait outside if we need to.
Yes, I'll need to find. And she like starts rummaging into his side again and pulls out her like sunglasses.
Plus, if worst comes to worst, and you get caught, I can hide in. Cayman. I'm good.
I mean that'll be useful because then you'll be caught inside of him with us. So
Yeah, and then I could do a surprise attack. I'm really good at those.
Slavin did tell us to stop killing so many people who live in this town. Like last time we did that, we had to go to the whole city with all the mimics
See,
and the
you
spider.
say you say
Right.
people. I like to refer them as obstacles.
Yes, I think that's specifically the problem that Slavin has. He says our body count is way too high. We need let's put a limit on it. Okay, let's compromise.
Didn't you guys get paid like 6 copper for like a 20 platinum?
Yeah, yeah, it
Extra
was something
one?
stupid. Yeah, We
Got you
found
guys.
out how much we're actually supposed to get paid, and we're like, what?
We have to pay for
Fine,
a
fine.
lot of damages.
Okay. To be fair, like I was trying to knock out the guard. I didn't mean for his head to explode. My bad.
Happened one time.
And one time I made a guy's head explode with a dart. You know, Nero still doesn't look at me the same.
Well, I mean, yeah, you exploded a head.
It's
Like,
supposed
was
to
a
knock out a
Straight
head.
up A-Rod, that guy.
It was a huge waste of brain.
I like very much overestimated the amount of health. Hard.
What
Alright.
a good like comeback to something. Like someone says something dumb and you're just like that. You were just a total waste of brain. So mean. Let me put away our Cyndi Lauper album really quick and let's pull up the actual map that you guys are on.
Right.
So after a couple of minutes of walking over to the museum, I learned a new trick. I'm gonna try it. Wait, I have to remember how to do it. Command click.
There we go.
Did it move you guys? Like your computer screen, the screen itself where it focuses?
I see a black screen at the moment.
Scroll down to the bottom. There's a thin sliver of
Ah.
brown.
Did that do it?
I see a white
Dynamic lighting.
thing go bloop, but it didn't
Oh.
move me.
Well, I was reading this thing and it was saying that like you can snap
Oh god.
your direction. You can snap the direction to like where you're pointing. You can move all your characters to look at that point, but I clearly have not.
Well, try it now. Because technically I like my map was focused on where you were clicking, so maybe it didn't move it because I was
right
already
over
looking.
here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
So I've scrolled away so I can't see anything. Yeah, tell me when you do it because I still see nothing. Oh, yep. It moved
Did
me.
it?
Yep. It moved it. So
You're
it was
looking at this spot.
uh-huh. Yep.
Then if I go like, no, Titan's over here.
Yeah. Shifted my screen. That's nifty.
That's gonna save so many problems later on. When everyone's like, what's everybody looking at? It's right here. Where? Right here. Where? Click on the screen.
We'll use it. Like, where's Alfonso? I don't see him.
I can zoom straight to him. All right. So you're at the main entrance to the thing. So the facade of the Arlentia Museum of Natural History boasts enormous columns, elegant archways hewn from marble. Cosmopolitan visitors bustle around the entrance, including some clad in some sleek formal wear, such as yourselves. The museum is open to the public today, but only the gemstone wing on the second floor is closed for the ticketed gala specifically. You guys are wearing your fancy clothes. Do you or do you not have Cayman?
Yeah, enough people protested. Yeah, I have Cayman.
All right.
And I do have my eye thing and my ID. So
Okay.
like, thing.
So you guys can explore the museum while it's open. So I'm going to move you guys up just a little bit. Now you are inside the museum itself. We are having some dynamic lighting going on because I just bought this whole thing all set up for me, which is super helpful. So like
Gideon cast Circle of Death.
freaking Gideon's not here, loser.
Oh yeah. Titan Cash Shield.
Titan casts sneak attack. Jump over the information counter, stab him in the neck. So here you are. You're in the first room. Do I have any specific information on said first room? Pull up all my notes. Yes, you are in the grand entrance. Statues depicting robed human women flank the sides of this public mingling space, which boasts a marble column in the center. The museum's information desk is situated just inside the front doors, which is you were standing at. To the north is a grand staircase draped in rich carpet. Those staircases are here.
Oh God.
Hey, why are you guys blocking this way?
Why are they blocking that way?
Yes.
Oh, of course, you can you're free to come and look at these pieces here. This door is just closed off, but if you go to the one just north of here, same entrance. It's just the actual beginning of that group of rooms. Bad planning on the architect's part.
Of course, of course.
What is this thing right there?
This thing,
Yes.
it is a statue of a human woman.
Is it on a
Does she have
pedestal?
boobies?
It is on a pedestal.
Does she have boobies?
Roll perception.
For
Bet.
for boobies?
29.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
I rolled a 2. I'm not gonna add any modifiers. I just want it to be a 2.
That is 2 for 2 boobies. Yes.
Okay.
It's like 1, 2, exactly the number I prefer.
I like triple-breasted women. You said it was on a pedestal?
It is on a pedestal.
Do I see any hidden closets on this pedestal?
No.
Okay. That's just because they're hidden.
What are you looking for?
Hidden closets?
On a pedestal? It's 3 feet tall.
You didn't say how tall it was.
You didn't ask.
If the Titan's like looking up to see these titties, okay.
Who's looking down? I mean, could be a closet for ants. I don't know. Whatever. We're
What are
just
you
wondering.
expecting to
We're
find
just
in this closet?
what's the plaque say? There's a plaque. There's always a plaque. We're gonna read. Oh crap. We're gonna read every
Right.
plaque in this museum.
No.
I hope you have it prepared, John.
We don't have time.
We really don't have time with Titan's 6 intelligence. And I'm the one that's at the plaque.
Yeah, you're not even at the plaque. The
But
plaque is right here.
Oh, what? I moved. Titan's looking for the plaque on the backside.
This you see the plaque on it, you read it. It says statue in marble of human woman, unknown artist.
Lou admires the work for a couple minutes and then moves on.
All right.
Are
Titan
there
does the
any
same.
guards currently? Like, are these guys guards? The slightly different colored tokens?
Can you highlight over them? Does it show names on things?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
These are guards.
Okay. That's what I kind of figured.
These are just people.
Pedestrians. Okay.
All right, just 2 guards to knock out for now. Easy peasy.
So let's see. From the map, the offices. Okay. Lou is going to. We're gonna just take forever here, aren't we? Lou's gonna head over to the. Why can't I move you? Oh, there we go. Lou's gonna kind of wander over to the shop, to this shop specifically. And it's just gonna kind of wander, and subtly is going to see if there are any name plaques on, or I guess it's on the specific door, that is labeled office on the map and is also located directly under the Merkstone gemstone wing.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see which rooms are what.
I'm investigating, y'all.
The room that you are standing in front of is not labeled. The door is locked. The one south of that has a, oh crap. I went out of the game.
I lost the game.
I lost.
Right.
Hate you.
You're the one who did it to yourself.
This room south of that here has a little plaque on it that says records. And the one in the far south corner, I have lost all of my notes because I went out of the game. Says curator's office. You notice that there is a guard by the records room who does notice you looking at these other rooms and just very kindly directs you based on your clothing. The gala for the Merkmeyer stone is just up those stairs there.
Lou goes, "Oh, thank you," and she like kind of glances at her watch and she's like, "I'm just here a little early and kind of I don't know, killing time, I guess. You like being a guard here?"
It's not horrible. And he like, you see him like slowly raise his hand up, like wave it in front of you.
I Yeah, people do that a lot. You're doing the whole thing where you go, see if I can see, right?
I sorry, ma'am.
No, it's fine. It literally, I could feel the breeze, and I knew exactly what you were doing. Everyone does it. You gotta see if the blind person's blind, because it's fun to fake blindness, I guess.
I'm sorry. My curiosity was piqued because you looked at your watch.
Yeah, it vibrates.
Then why do you have to look at it?
People get kind of nervous if you. So if you act like a blind person, people treat you like a blind person. So if you do normal things, people tend not to question it. I Obviously that didn't work here, but that's why I I don't wear the glasses because I need to protect them from the sun. And she pulls off her glasses, and
Titan
behind.
comes up at this moment and it's like, I could not believe how unprofessional
No, no, no,
the
no, no.
staff is over here.
Don't, no, Titan, 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 Titan. It's fine. It's fine. And like as she's pulled off her glasses, her eyes are just like a solid milky color. And she just kind of puts her glasses back on. She's like, I do things to try to keep people from feeling uncomfortable. And hey, it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to be offended on my behalf. I like answering questions.
You can tell that the guard is like absolutely ashamed. Like, oh, like just mortified. He thought he was going to get away with something really simple and got straight up called out for it, and like just felt really bad.
There's definitely that awkward silence, and like Lou obviously can see it, but she waits a couple seconds and like cocks her head, and she's just like, anyways, coolest thing that's ever happened here. Cool, like, has anyone ever stolen the crown jewel? I don't know what the coolest thing you guys have here.
Well, the crown jewels. If you actually want to see the crown jewels, those are over at the church. They're well, those are at the Church of Six Dragons, so we don't actually watch those here. But probably the coolest thing that's ever happened here was Supposedly the place is haunted,
Ooh.
and Gerald over there swore he saw a ghost.
Gerald over where? And she's like, Gerald?
Titan, you see the other guard like
Did you see a ghost?
he like lightens up. He's like, "Yeah, I saw a ghost." Yeah, he like comes running over. Freaking like attic, bro. Like I was up there and I was doing our rounds at night, and I swear to you, this woman in white just walked straight across and straight out the wall.
Did,
Who was
did
she?
the ghost by chance go, ooh?
You know, I thought they would, but they didn't. Not a
They
sound.
don't?
Is there like
Hmm.
a story? Like, did she come with some cursed armor or something?
No
Like a
freaking idea,
sarcophagus?
dude. I think what happened is she probably was like here one day and then like killed herself in the attic or something. And now her ghost haunts this place.
Why, why would she kill herself in the attic?
I don't know. It's creepy and spooky up there. Where else are you gonna kill yourself? You gotta
I
think
mean,
about these things, man.
I would do it in the sunlight, like at sunset, you know? Like, and Lou is just kind of like looking off, kind of like you can tell she's pondering her own suicide at this moment because she's just going for full uncomfortability for these cards.
Yeah,
Titan,
the guard
give
that
me
was
an
giving her
insight.
crap.
Give me an insight check, Titan. Or what's your passive insight? Hi.
My passive insight is 25.
Um,
Wow.
Titan, you can tell that this guard has thought about that a lot.
I the the guard that feels embarrassed. I'm gonna like what? You're not gonna ask her how she's gonna tell it's daytime?
I figured by her clock.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can
it's like
feel, I can feel sunlight. Like, you know, you go out, you step outside and it's warm.
I just expect him to say something more insensitive is all.
Dude, lay off. He's fine. Gerald, what was your name?
No, Gerald's this guy. This guy's cool.
No,
He's
no,
the one
no.
that saw the
I know.
ghost.
Like I was gonna say Gerald and what's his name? They're good guys. They're guarding our national treasures.
Um, his name is Darius.
Um, does by chance Darius happen to have a key ring full of keys on his side?
Does he? Um,
Hmm.
I have to see.
I don't know how to spell faux pas. I literally spelled faux correct, but then I just did paw, P-A-W.
It's FAUX space PAS.
Yes. I got faux right. I just didn't.
Just
Darius made blind faux pas.
The guards do have some keys.
Hmm.
But I mean, you obviously don't know where those keys go.
Right. I was just like, yeah, I could probably pick it. It's fine.
Yeah, he has on him. They're out in the open. You don't need to roll. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 keys on a key ring. And a key card on top of that.
Hmm.
Have we seen anywhere that requires a key card yet? Like the record
It
something.
You haven't seen in this room, you haven't seen anything that requires any kind of key card, but this isn't like a swipe key card. You can tell it's kind of thick.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Lou, give me a. I wish there was like a technology roll. Intelligence, I guess.
Okay with that. This is came in, isn't it? Yeah, that's why it's so low. Let's see. Just straight intelligence. All right.
Yeah, I would do it with advantage because you've worked with technology quite a bit in your past.
16.
16. Um, you've not really messed with this stuff too much, but these kind of look like proximity badges, which like allow a person to be in a certain space without certain alarms getting triggered or something along those lines.
We should get one of those.
You don't deal too much in the whole security technology part of it. You deal mostly in the offensive blow
I'm
things up.
experimental technologies.
Yes.
That's fair. And ironically, very well established for her character. Every heist we go on, there's security stuff, and she's just like, let's wave at the droid. Not a good idea. Okay. Lou is just gonna like cheerfully be like, okay, well, thanks for chatting, guys. See you around.
Yeah, well, I get it because of the eyes. Oh,
Ah,
if you
being
go to
blind
the
is funny to
information
you.
desk,
Okay, cool.
if you go to the information desk, they have little headset thingies that you can wear, and you tap them to the things, and they'll play for you, so you don't have to read them.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Surprised they didn't tell you that when you came in, but anyway, whatever. They both kind of go back into their little guarding areas, their little spots in the room. So
Lou will wander in the general direction of the information desk with Cayman like corralling her, guard dogging her to make it look like she's being pushed. And yeah, she'll ask for one of the audio headphones.
and they happily give you one.
Okay, now John, the next hour you're going to have to take me on an audio tour. You brought me to a museum, dude. You know the rules.
I'll do it.
Oh, what is it?
I did
What
it
does
on
say
the
about
other
the naked
museum.
lady?
What other museum?
The very first extraction you guys did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
You
did.
only told us. You only told us about the six. Wait. There was more than 6 items. There was like 12.
No, I told you about the items, but remember the little lady that took you all through the whole entire freaking castle?
Oh, she was so scared of ghosts. I remember her.
Yep. And we pretended to be ghosts because I remember going, ooh. That's why Titan was asking to see if that was a good impersonation, so he knows not to do. Ooh. See, to Titan, he was big braining.
Speaking of derailing the session for one time, Tim, where did
This
it
is
come from? Where did it come from that ghosts do make like the woo noise? Like, why did that get started?
Snap idea came from the concept that oftentimes ghosts are seen or otherwise experienced in abandoned places where if a wind goes through, it makes the whoo noise. That purely a guess, but like it tracks.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, but like, I don't know if there was an actual reason for it. Anyway, while Tim looks that up, we'll continue. Um, Where would you like to go next? You're in this big grand room. You've got a couple of rooms on the right. Nope, it's not on the right. That's on the left. That are open. On the right, the ones on the east, those are all behind locked doors. But you have pinpointed where the um, person's office is. What's the word? Not coroner. It's not coroner. It's not coroner. What is the name of it? The person that the thing that runs the gala, the
Curator.
curator.
I'm not even paying attention, and I got that.
Oof, that was rough. There's rum in my Coke. Anyway, I also put too much lime juice in it. Kind of ruined it. But where would you like to go next?
I'll check out this room to the left over here where the guards are, where it's not accurately in a good position.
Sure.
It's a small room.
You have stepped into the ancient plants exhibit. Artificial plants made of wood, silk, and other materials sprout from artfully arranged planters. Tall ferns, bushes with strange berries, and slender trees are represented along placards about ancient plant life.
Yes. Sir, you in my way?
Excuse me, of course. And he like steps off to the side.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you have another guard in here, and he's just pacing kind of up and down this hallway here, stopping in each room, just saying hello to the patrons, etc., etc.
What's in this room?
It's a continuation of the plant life.
I'm gonna like look back, and if he's like not looking my way, I'm gonna touch one of the plants.
I mean, sure, he's not looking at you.
Titan's just curious of the material these because he's assuming these are fake plants. So,
They are certainly fake plants. It feels like almost a cloth or silk texture underneath your hand.
I'm gonna try to continue up. Whoa, this probably is a place I shouldn't go. Anything, anything stopping me when I get here?
Oh,
Oh,
you've reached the ancient cultures exhibit. Glass
Ooh.
display cases boast objects related to life in ancient Arlencia. Clay pots, stone tools, and scraps of leather clothes are interspersed with informational placards about their historic use. Again, well, I guess you can't see it. Never mind.
Oh.
The lighting thing is really interesting because I can see the whole map, but it
Is
highlights
that
what you
outside?
guys
Okay
see.
then. What's this guard doing? Like, what's right there?
He's just walking through.
Oh. Okay. Am I following him or is he following me?
Uh, this is a different guard.
Okay.
So you notice that a guard is walking kind of up and down on this side of things as well.
Anything cool in this room?
You kind of lean up against the wall right there,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds hollow.
Ooh. Like right here?
Yep,
Did that guard walk out of the room now?
the guard has walked out of the room.
I'm gonna try to do a little push on the wall, see if it gives.
There's a slight give. It feels like a door, honestly. You just didn't really see a handle on it necessarily. But now that you're looking
Um,
a little bit closer, there is a keyhole kind of hidden behind a plant a bit.
hmm.
Can you see the door now?
I think I see like. Oh, yep. I can see it.
Okay.
Um, I'll do a quick little try to nonchalantly as much as possible see if I see any guards if I go between, or if I see them trying to round this way or not. So I'll check up here and then
Nothing
down
so
here.
far. You're gonna try and pick it?
I know that's probably a bad idea, but curiosity killed the cat. I think I'm gonna try to pick it real quick.
All right, go
And if I
ahead.
can't do it in a timely manner, I would probably give up. But let's see.
Okay.
Well, shoo.
You very deftly pick the lock. The door is now unlocked and you can walk through.
Feel like I should probably wait for when the guard is not standing there, though.
Which guard?
This one over here.
That's Tim.
Oh, well,
What's in
never
this
mind.
room?
These are the ancient cultures exhibits.
Okay. Lou's definitely going to just be like looking like she's got her headphones one on and one off, and she looks like she's looking at it, but she's keeping an eye out either side. And she like
Oh, I
had
could just.
whispered to Titan, be like, if I say anything, oh God, what are you doing?
He's opening and closing the door.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I should probably not actually do that. Titan is definitely not doing.
so stealthy.
Titan, you have managed to break your way into a room full of mops and buckets and other cleaning supplies.
Um. Well, moving to the right, I saw there was something here. Is that something I should
Right
that
here.
doesn't actually exist? Yeah, like right here, I could see something by
That
accident.
is
So
just the interior of a wall. So there is actually nothing.
okay, okay.
You glitched out of the game, so to speak.
Gotcha. So this is just a broom closet that leads to the other ways. Cool, 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 cool. Because that led to the yeah, I was already in that room once. So yeah, I'm gonna close that door and get out and close that door back. Hey, I found the broom closet.
Any good brooms?
I do one more peek. Are the brooms good? 29 perception for good brooms.
You can roll investigation for good brooms.
Oh, damn it. Uh, nat 20 for good brooms.
You open the door again and peek in really quickly, and there's not a single broom in that entire room.
Yeah, I don't know why these are called broom closets. There's not a single broom in that room.
Not a single broom in the broom closet? That's weird.
Not a single broom in the broom closet, no.
What's
Not
in the
one
broom
broom in the broom
closet if
room.
not brooms in the broom
I mean, there
closet?
was a mop, so I mean that's cool, I guess.
So it's a mop closet?
I guess so.
Okay.
Anyway, so I feel like I'm wasting my nat 20, so let's go ahead and
You want to go up the second floor?
Look at you. He just yeeted out of there. No, I'm gonna finish the exhibit I was doing. What's in this room?
An extension of the
plants.
Cultures. There were 3 rooms on ancient plants, 3 rooms on ancient cultures.
Hey guys, you're blocking my way again.
You can walk past them.
Excuse me. All right, so upstairs. Cool. Did I go too far?
Well,
Or is that what?
I just got to get you to the right spot. So I'm going to pop you into the map.
Okay. Oh,
And boop. And you both are here.
oh, yeah.
You're in this room, and this is the Prehistoric Predators exhibit. The intact skeletons of several large prehistoric monsters are on display here, including the museum's most famous display, the beautifully preserved body of an Allosaurus, its leathery skin appearing supple to the touch. An informational placard next to the dinosaur explains it died in Erlensia, or the Merkmeyer of Erlensia, millennia ago and was naturally preserved. Display cases along the room's walls hold fossils of other ancient local predators. In this room, you see 2 guards patrolling the area.
Is there any do not touch signs?
Everywhere.
Hmm. I'm just gonna go for a little touch.
Lou, you are in the Unearthed Cafe. The space holds a mix of cafeteria-style tables and lounge furniture. A counter in the northeast corner sits underneath a sign that reads Unearthed Cafe. And there's 1 guard in this room currently. You go to touch something. Give me sleight of hand. You already did.
Yeah. This is what Titan's best at. So
There was also a way to pop open like character sheets like right away too, and I'm trying to remember how to do that. Anyway, one of the guards does see you touch it. Says, "Sir, please keep your hands off of the exhibits."
okay.
Lou, you have stepped into Creatures of the Past exhibit. Fossils of small prehistoric creatures are arranged here, some as fully reconstructed skeletons. The exhibit includes microraptors, ornithopods, dwarf elephants, and an ancestor of the cockatrice. Informational placards tell the stories of these creatures and their bones as discoveries. There is a guard in that room.
In this room?
Yeah. There.
Oh, it's a guard, not a person. Sorry. Is the guard preventing Lou to go to the next room?
No, not at all.
And she's just going to keep on kind of wandering.
This is an extension of the same.
I guess.
Extension of the same again. This room is the Underground Wonders exhibit. Glittering ore and gemstones are arranged in velvet-backed display cases. Informational placards explain local geologic history. Yeah. One thing that you do notice as you kind of make your way along in the room that you're in right now, the description that the doctor gave you and a chunk of jade that's in that room seem that it might be of similar weight and size to the Merkmeyer stone. The display case is, of course, locked, and there is a guard standing there, but you know.
Yeah, noted. In the final room, I'm assuming the door is locked to go to the next part.
This room is the archaeology display. Picks, trowels, brushes, and other archaeological tools are on display here. Informational placards label them as tools famous local experts used to dig up the wonders found in the museum. Murals along the south wall depict famous digs. This exhibit specifically tells the story of the infamous Rogerson dig, where most of the creatures in the prehistoric predators exhibit were found. The placards dismiss local legends that claim the excavators were subsequently cursed. That door, so when you click on it, if you click on a door and it doesn't open, it's locked, or it should tell you it's locked. I'm not sure which is which, but
If I click on it, it kind of wiggles a little bit and doesn't open. So I'm assuming that's
so it is,
locked.
which is like such a super cool thing for this thing to be able to do.
Okay.
Gideon, what are you doing? Or sorry, Titan, what are you doing?
I didn't have my mic going. I go over here. Is there like, I know this is locked, but is there like a doorknob?
There
Or
is
was
a
it?
doorknob, and the this guard approaches you when you kind of reach for that doorknob, and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The gala hasn't quite started yet. We'll unlock the doors in about 20 minutes time."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you. And I guess I'll chill up here. Oh, see a long hallway.
Lou, you found a staircase, which we'll get to in a moment. Um,
A wild Lou showed up.
let's see. I have to look through my note real quick.
Yeah, she had actually wandered all the way up through the cafe, like all the way around.
Yeah, you can. So the rooms that you're looking at right now should be pretty self-explanatory. They are the privies. There's a simple latch on the inside of the door that allows it to be locked from the inside, as things tend to go with that.
When inside the privy, so are we talking fully enclosed room or like bathroom stalls within a bathroom? You know, the
Fully enclosed room.
okay. When inside one, and Lou's gonna close the door. That's fun. I like that. Um,
But
what does Lou see when she looks straight up?
When she looks straight up, it's
What
just a ceiling. It's maybe 8 feet, 10 feet tall.
kind of ceiling? Are we talking you excuse me?
sorry,
Uh
I'm having too much fun with that feature.
it's a cool. Um what kind of like are we talking ceiling tiles?
It's a stone building. It's built of stone.
I mean like is it
Ceiling stone slabs.
yeah, are we talking like a solid 5 million ton ceiling stone tab? She's gonna stand on the toilet and like on the ceiling.
Ah, I mean, it sounds relatively thin. That's not too surprising. There's probably something up above it, considering there are stairs going up like right next to that toilet.
Yes, but like she's looking for an air vent, man. Okay. Like
I just say, is there an air vent? No,
I'm
there's not.
trying to be immersive, you know? I'm not trying to be like, hey, dungeon master, is there an obvious thing? I'm trying to build the world together.
Oh,
Okay, she's gonna leave the privy. She will wash. Oh wait, is there a place to wash her hands?
yeah, it's on the like western wall in there. It's actually a little drawn on there,
Oh, is it? I can't see shit. Oh
or
well.
it's an extremely large toilet paper holder because it's the same size as the toilet.
She will wash her hands, just for the record. And then I think she's gonna peek. She's gonna like peek around the stairs. Maybe walk up a few. Oh no, not where I'm going.
I will move you to where they go to.
Oh no, I don't know where I am. Can you direct me?
I was holding my character, then maybe drop it outside when you jump. When you, I
Oh,
guess I'm coming there now.
ooh,
Um,
what's this?
This is the attic. A winding staircase leads up to the cramped space filled with haphazardly stacked boxes. Starlight pours into the space through a large skylight. There's like supplies for events in here, like lecterns, linens, tableware, things like
We
that.
don't want to be here. That's where Gerald saw the ghost.
This is where Gerald saw the ghost.
Lou like does some pace work. Absolutely does not need to, but like goes, I think this is directly over the gemstone wing. Like she's counting steps, even though it's really probably pretty obvious that it's over the gemstone wing.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the floor made out of?
Oh my gosh, it's made out of wood.
Okay. I mean, you had a stone ceiling, so, no guarantee you didn't make everything out of stone.
It is made of.
Uh, does she see any? It's an addict. So she's going to go to like the edge, like against where the wood meets the wall. Are there any floorboards that are warped, split? She's looking to see if she can see anything underneath the wood paneling, to see if it's just like a stone underneath, or if she can see the room underneath. Even that'd be nice. Just get an idea. Just investigating.
Maybe fit a dagger-sized item through.
Give me an investigation.
All right. That is a good stat. Oh, I lost my D20 roller. Dang it! All the heck. 9. I have great investigation. I rolled a 2.
You you find a couple of loose floorboards, but it looks like just a stone portion underneath it. I mean, the building itself is built out of stone, so the wood is more accented on top of that. The building is old, like 200 years old.
Okay. Lou will just go over to Gideon and be like, all right, you see anything
Titan.
useful? Titan, dang it, dude. Been Gideon for a year now. Switch back to Titan like this on me. Yeah, she'll go to Titan, look down on him, and ask, is anything, any useful information up here?
Um, do I see any useful information with the 32 perception?
Jeez.
Yeah, you do actually.
Okay, cool. I thought the answer still was going to be no.
You notice that there is a door or a hinge on the skylight itself.
Um, Now is this skylight leading above, or is this what's bringing in? Oh yeah, because this was stone beneath. So this is a skylight just into the attic.
Yes.
Got- Um, I mean, I see that there's a hinge on the skylight here, so that's an option of entry.
Is it? I mean, okay. We're already in. You know what we didn't ask? Oh, Lou would like to pull out her ticket and how late is the gala open? It starts at, would you say 6?
Fix.
But like I know some of them galas go all night long. So does it have, 6 to 9:30?
6 to 8.
6 to 6:05.
Yeah. What'd you say?
6 to 8.
8. Okay.
And it is 5:45.
Okay. Lou's like, do we need to? You think we need to bust the? Is there a lock on it?
Yes.
Am I start?
I mean, sure, but I'm not too worried about that.
Well, like, could you pick the lock right now and just like leave it looking like it's, just in case we need like a fast escape or a fast egress, ingress, regress. I don't know.
Titan
Sure,
is 10
I
feet
go.
above your head.
Do I have a way of flying? I think spells.
Who's 5 foot?
Yeah. Let's see here. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. That's not helpful.
Is there a ladder anywhere nearby?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm over here looking at spells and so the obvious.
Like Gideon just frantically, or Titan is, how do I get up there? And Lou's just like, just walks and grabs the ladder and just like sets it down, holds it, and just kind of looks down at him like,
Climb
upsy
the
daisy.
ladder. And I go attempt to unlock this
Of course you can.
for future use potentially.
Of course. Give me a roll.
Let's rolling. Oh, the D&D Beyond, you can't see that. Let's do this. 25.
You do manage. The skylight is officially opened to you if you need it to be.
Right, sweet. All right,
When
it's unlocked.
he is done, Lou will put the ladder back where she found it.
Perfect. Okay. What would you like to do now?
Well,
I mean,
15
move
minutes doesn't give us a lot of time.
Lou's gonna wander down the stairs first,
Okay.
with
Let
the
me
thought being she's blind. If any guards are like, "What are you doing up there?" She'd be like, I don't know. I got turned around."
All right. There's Lou and Titan. You are waiting for her signal.
Yeah.
Lou, you do not see any guards.
Lou gives the signal.
Sweet. I don't know why I need to move. Cool. There.
There you go.
And as we walk by the doors, we just kind of smack all of them.
I literally did just open all of them. Like that, I was just about to say that.
Shiny new toy. Yeah, and we're gonna wander towards the door because I'm assuming people are gathering for the gala.
The doors have been unlocked.
Are people going in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, we want to go in too. Okay.
Right. Welcome to the gemstone wing. Chairs surround several tables cluttered with crystal and silver tableware. Against the east wall, a light green stone rests atop a marble pedestal. There are 2 guards in this room that you can see.
Do we see a gem slash egg?
Yes, it's this one right here.
So do we just grab it and run?
I mean, if you can run fast enough, go for it.
With Gideon for the darkness spell when you need it.
So, what kind of gemstone do they think this is? Like, what does the plaque say?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
And also, are the supposedly like occult symbols? I mean, are they obvious?
No, not really. They're
Oh.
I'm trying to just how to describe it. They're just very abstract furrows around its surface. Like if you know how like a lizard egg is like soft and wrinkled. Imagine that, but then it hardened into a rock. That's kind of what it would kind of look like to the unknowing person.
Touch it.
So is this like in a case, or is it like kind of open on a pedestal?
Can Titan touch it?
Titan can touch it.
Oh,
All right, Blue. I'll be walking by. Pretend you tripped me because you're blind, and we can see if there's any alarms.
okay. Lou waits until he's, going to be walking nearby her, and she's going to turn suddenly and be like, "Hey, Titan!" and like just like swinging as though she was trying to like wave him down,
And
and she's gonna knock
I'm
into him.
gonna, and then I'm gonna fall into the gym and kind of get a feel of it as I'm falling and see if any alarms go off.
As you're falling, um, Lou's wisdom kicks in and thinks, what did I think was going to happen if this happened? You hit the gym teeters and falls, and there is a very loud alarm that you hear like a click, and then there's the alarm that begins. Let's see, what else can I say?
Lou is just like, as soon as the alarm goes off,
Um,
Lou
yeah,
is going to like squat down, like she acting like she has no idea what's going on. Basically, like she turned to say something to her friend, and all of a sudden alarms start going off, and so it's like she's gonna duck and cover, like cover her head, and like yeah, she's acting like she's scared. Like, oh God, what's going
every
on?
every
Lou,
door,
you knocked me over.
every open door to this room slams shut and act like audibly latches. And the guards are rushing your position. What is happening here?
Lou just like looks up. She's like, "Who is it? Help! What's going on?"
My my friend accidentally knocked me over. She can't really see what's going on.
What?
I'm
What
like
happened,
trying to
Titan?
dust myself over. We knocked over their prized possession of this collection.
Like she looks mortified. She's like, "Oh God, did we break it? Oh God, I'm so sorry."
They like look over at it, and it's not broken. They one of the guards goes and picks it up. And the where's the person? Where's the person that I'm looking for? I don't see them.
Well, but said Lou doesn't look like it's broken.
I'm sorry. Usually, like, there's that. Yeah, I can't touch stuff. Like, I can't get close enough. I'm sorry. I didn't know. She's doing it for the benefit of
I don't
them.
have an actual character sheet, so we're just gonna borrow this person. Um, this other person walks up and, in a frantic look, runs and grabs the stone, sets it down with her white gloves on, and looks pretty infuriated at you. This is the curator.
Lou very obviously does not notice the look. She is acting completely oblivious.
This is Alda Arkin. She's an elf noble, the curator. She is holding in one hand a clutch that she's kind of stuffed under her armpit for the time being, and is setting them down. And she takes a deep breath and smiles at you and says, welcome to our museum, and gets cut off by one of the guards who steps forward. He says, tell me what, or she, I should say, tells me what is the meaning of this. And it is a very serious woman in guard uniform. This is Mariam Bikram. This is the captain of the museum security force. Very serious woman, veteran of the city's watch. Like, definitely takes her job seriously. She kind of picks Titan up, like just with one hand, just rips you up off the ground and sets you on your feet. And Lucinda, she pretty much turns you to kind of face her.
Lou doesn't say anything. She just kind of, wobbles a little
Yes.
bit for balance.
How did you get in here? Do you have your tickets on you for this gala?
Lou pulls out the ticket and is like, it started already. Right?
The doors have opened, yes, but they haven't checked tickets.
The doors were open. We already in. I'm sorry, I didn't see any signs that said we had to check we got in already. Where were we supposed to check it in? I'm sorry.
She glares at one of the guards who sheepishly puts his head kind of down a little bit. Nonetheless, do you have your tickets or not?
Yeah. Lou has pulled out her ticket.
Okay.
He does the same.
Snatches them from your hand a little aggressively, not super aggressively, but a little bit of force. Reads it over, hands them back to you. How about you just take your seats?
Can you direct to the? Do we have assigned seats? I'm sorry, I wasn't told that there was a seating.
There are no assigned seats, but if you don't mind my directing toward this table, and she points at one that's further back, closer to the exit, away from the pedestal itself.
But like this one, we get a better view.
Lou like puts a hand on Titan's arm and is like, just it's fine. It's just table in the back. Doesn't matter, right? Can you just show me where it is?
It doesn't matter for you. Yeah, it's fine.
Like the guard like sets you down at your table, pulls your chair out for you, Lou, does the thing that the guard should do, but still with just a touch of aggression. You can see the curator is a little peeved, and you kind of, if you can hear mumbled, they're not whispering to keep you from hearing it, they're whispering just loud enough that you probably could hear it. You know how that goes. About
Titan not realizing that
this. Yeah,
the guards were pushing in Lou for being blind. Like Titan's kind of standing there awkwardly waiting to be seated as well, and like push it. And so as like they walk away, he's like,
they don't turn around. So
we know they got a
your
loss.
entrance. You're aware of what happens if the stone gets taken off of the pedestal. The guards are going around slowly unlocking all of the doors that just slammed shut with arcane lock. They're making their turnaround. So there are 20 other gala attendees that mill around the event and eventually take their seats. All are dressed in elaborate finery. Most are, of course, longtime donors to the museum. A couple sit down at your table. You have Countess Helene Danforth, who is a human, and Dr. Horthnar Stonecrusher, who is a dwarf.
Lou will greet him and be like, hi guys. What do you guys do?
He speaks up. I'm a surgeon by trade, you know. So. She looks and says, I'm a countess. I'm a member of an ancient titled family, the Danforth family.
Oh, sorry, you hadn't introduced yourself. I didn't. I can't recognize faces, so you'll forgive me.
Uh,
Pleasure to meet you, Countess.
and the same.
Are there finger foods to awkwardly pick at?
Oh, of course. Pigs and blankets, shrimp
Lou
cocktails.
like Lou's like, okay. And then there's that like couple seconds of awkward silence. It's just
She turns to the doctor and just places her hand out for a kiss, you know, of course. It's, Doctor, it's so good to see you again. After what you did for my husband, I just can't thank you enough. Oh, don't thank me. It's just all part of my job. You know, you're paying my bills. And they kind of laugh. As, rich people do. And you know, just as they kind of she mentions, you know, it's so unfortunate that the museum has fallen on such hard financial times. If only they sold all of those ore and gem samples that they keep in the basement. I've heard there's a fortune down there. And he goes, well, we're not on the board. It is not our decision to make, and I'm sure they're making the right one. And she said, but look, I mean, Arkin is acting all fidgety tonight, like she's holding onto her clutch like it's something precious, prized possession. It's not even a nice clutch. Looks like she got it off the street in downtown Serrano, for crying out loud. What? She got some kind of bad news? Like she's about to fire someone. Maybe that guard who just let you know, that situation that happened earlier. Maybe, I don't know, but nonetheless. And they, you know, they just kind of mumble around, and eventually the presentation does begin, and Miss Alda talks about the dig at which the Merkmeyer stone was found, and what it means for civilization, and what it means for Arlencia as a whole, or the world in general. And this talk goes on for quite some time. In the meantime, people are mingling in between speakers or breaks and in the speech. Is there anything that you guys would like to do in this time?
No, I think we already drawn enough attention, so I think if we do anything but sit down would be suspicious.
Okay. Eventually, the time does roll around where the gala ends at 8 o'clock, and the doors are opened. May open said doors. And everyone is directed, of course, to head out of the museum and bid everyone a farewell. You know, of course, all the things that go in with people trickling out of the building.
Was there a meet and greet with Alda at the end of the pontifications?
Yes.
Okay. Lou would probably get in line towards the back, if not the back of that line.
Okay.
So that, you know, we can have a meet and greet afterwards.
Sure, absolutely. She, you know, says so good to see you to the person right in front of you. And she turns and holds her hand out for a handshake. And our esteemed guests, I apologize, I didn't get your name before the uh, gala itself.
Uh, Aloysius. Aloysius Vestus. I I just wanted to apologize. For what happened earlier. It was my fault. I was apparently far too close. And I was far too excited. I'm so sorry.
It's it's quite all right. No harm done. We've all learned a lesson in different ways, but no harm done. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here.
I really did. I have such a passion for Arlencia history, and this was just such a pleasure. And I've heard of some of your establishment's other work, and it was really really exciting to get to listen to all this. And I was just kind of amazed by all of it. And I so wish that I could see the stone. It sounds beautiful.
It is quite a amazing thing for us to have found. It seemed to have, well, as I talked, earlier, it really didn't seem to fit with all of the other things that were found in that same vicinity. You find pottery and clay things and some wooden pieces of parts and bones and things and such, as you do in these archaeological digs. But to find such a stone that with nothing around it to really represent what it was or why it was important, and getting to learn more and more as we continue that dig out in Merkmeyer, it's definitely something different for sure. Very excited for what it could tell us. This is something that's totally different from a lot of the things that we've learned about Arlentian culture.
So I'm curious, based on how you described it, do you think the stone was like found in situ, or do you think like it? Because I read this thing once about gopher badgers and how that they would like take stuff from lower levels and like push it up or push it down. Like when they dug, their tunnels would collapse and like it would move it. So do you think the stone was originally maybe from a earlier or maybe a later period?
I'm
Like
not
why do you think that period?
We're not 100% sure on the period itself. I mean, it's more the as the dig continues and as we learn more information, I think we'll have a better understanding of exactly when it came from. Um, I think I personally was not on the dig, but those that were on it, I think they're just saying that as of right now, this is what we know. This is where we think it may have come from. But yeah, you're completely right. It may have been moved. There's lots of different things that we have to think about in the archaeological world. Um, just because you find it in one place does not mean that's where it was originally rested. So I think over the next few months we may have a little bit more information about that. You should definitely keep in touch.
So is
To
this
me, it
gonna
kind of
be
just looks like an egg instead of a gem. It looks egg-like.
Blue turns to him and is like, what shape is it? No one's actually described the shape of it. And she like holds out her hand like,
It is ovoid. Um, let's see if I have an actual picture of it I can show everybody.
Like
It's
when you
ovoid,
peel an
but
egg like that.
it's more columnal in shape almost. No, it's the size of a a soccer ball, maybe a little bit larger than a soccer ball, and it weighs about 10 pounds. I mean, it's not small by any means, but just the irradiating green shimmering that it gives off is just astounding. An egg. There are some colleagues who believe that such a thing could be possible, but honestly, I've have you ever seen an egg of any sort of like this at all? The ones I use to see is usually what I, use in my breakfast, and it's I it's
Is it
pretty
like a
ridiculous to think
I'm
that
just saying it just had similarities, is all I'm saying.
I could understand in shape at a very elementary level, I guess. But um, nonetheless, I see where you're coming from. I guess I could say.
could it be like a petrified egg? Like a like the someone described the Allosaurus eggs as being pretty large. Could it be petrified of something organic?
Petrification, though, does require a certain. You would see a certain coloration of it as the carbonization continues in the process. Having something bejeweled, well, not really, but with such a coloration on it, with no other side, like any no other evidence to support the petrification, would make it hard for us to say that that's what's going on in this case. We have certainly found petrified eggs or even casts of eggs in such case, which we do have a small. It's not real, but it's a diagram of kind of how it works down by the Allosaurus exhibit. But in this case, no, this is much more gem or jewel like in its creation.
Right.
Well,
So does it look carved at all?
No, I'm it's hard to describe exactly kind of what it looks like. It does have some sort of interesting grooves and textures on the outside that certainly look as though a hammer and chisel had been taken to it at some point to help maybe shape it in some way, shape, or form. Um, our museum has just procured this specific item, and though we're excited about it, the gala, as we spoke, is more about um, announcing what the future research of this item is going to be and how the museum is going to take a part in that. You gotta bump elbows with the patrons once in a while. I'm sure you understand.
Of course.
do you happen to have a replica in the gift shop?
A replica in the gift shop? No, not yet. It's I'm sure that we will eventually, but it was a little too early for us to mass produce a bunch of different things, especially since it hasn't even been released to the public yet.
Yeah, it just looks super cool. So, but maybe next time when we come over, you'll have a replica.
I gotta say that's one of my favorite parts of the museum is when they make the three-dimensional replicas because they let you handle those. There's just something so thrilling about. I mean, I know it's not like a real bone or a real, stone or everything, but like when they make a replica of it, I can feel like you're talking about textures. I can feel the textures. It's a good
That's an interesting perspective on that. I never really considered that. Is that those who were born are afflicted with things that others have, can still enjoy the museum and all of its naturality. Which I see that you do have your headset on. Which please don't forget to turn that back in before you get in. Every once in a while we have somebody walk out without, and we got to track them down. It's a whole thing, but.
Would have definitely been me. Thank you. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's definitely really interesting to um, be able to accommodate more and more people to be able to understand and revel in our history. So, let me give you one of my business cards. Actually, we'll keep in touch. Stop by sometime and we can maybe talk about how other accommodations for the museum could be put into. And she kind of reaches into her clutch. Give me your perception checks. Lou, you can give yours with advantage because you have the glasses on. 26, okay.
I do not like Google Dice. 16.
16, okay. Lou, you do see a neatly folded piece of paper tucked into the side of the clutch. As she pulls the card out and hands it to you, she says, I know you can't read this. Let me just, and she takes it in her other hand and kind of waves her fingers over it, and you hear kind of this shimmering magic sound. She hands it back to you and she says, just hold it up to your ear and it will play the information that's on it. It's one of the technologies that we've been working on for the museum. One of them that we have a company that's coming in and showing us these different things that we can do with them. And yeah, you lift it up to your ear and it says her name and her office hours and the location of the museum and her phone number and all the other things. Like just, and you can only hear it. It's not loud. It's just for you. Titan, while you look in there, you definitely do see the folded piece of paper. It's certainly taking up quite a bit of space. However, you see one key on a key ring that is golden. You can't see what the inscription is on the side of the key, but it's pretty obvious that it's something important with the museum. And also one of those key cards that all of the guards have been carrying around. You see that sitting right next to it as well. She looks at her watch really quickly and looks back and says, "I'm so sorry, but we do have to get the museum closed up. We're going to be switching this room over to the rest of the gemstones, um, the the whole thing, including the Mirkwood, so we can release it to the public. So, thank you all for coming and yada 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 yada." And she leads you out. So yeah, you've seen the museum. As you're walking down the stairs and making your way out of the museum, is there anything else that you would like to do?
Try to pinpoint maybe what her office was.
Okay. Lou is actually able to tell you that information because she did glance at it in the first floor area in the southeast corner. So as soon as you walk through the front doors and you look directly to your right, there is a locked room there that is labeled curator.
Curator records unknown. Unlabeled.
Right.
Well, she definitely had this golden key in her bag and one of those key cards, so maybe we sneak it through the top and break in and get one of those.
So are you
Maybe
thinking about breaking into the museum from the outside? Are you thinking about trying to hide in the museum? You going in loud? What are you guys doing?
I'm thinking, I mean, hiding might be an option. But we also have the attic we can go in through as well.
I feel like we probably have a better shot going in from the attic at this point.
Okay.
So have
um
Lou talking to Titan.
I didn't really
Presumably,
see,
we're not currently in the museum talking about how we're going to break into it, right?
This is more meta. This is
Okay.
more for me to know what you guys are planning on doing.
Okay. Just making
Wow.
sure we're not like, okay, how do we break into this? And there's like a guard behind us, like, wait, what?
Gerald, they said they're gonna break in. No. This is just us talking. Also, just to clarify everything that's going on, you have guards that are clearly stated, all throughout the place. You have locked doors. You have an alarm system on the egg itself that you've seen put into play. Essentially, you take the egg off that pedestal, it's going to immediately lock all the doors that go into that room.
it was like a pause and a click after I grabbed it, right?
There was a click, and then about a second later, the alarm began. Yes. And then also
So
they
maybe
have these key
Indiana Jones
cards.
style.
Well, yeah. They all have these key cards that you don't know too much about either. But all of the guards and the curator herself seem to be carrying one. And like we
Yeah,
talked about earlier, those do let you they seem to be kind of proximity allowances, letting you be in certain areas without alarms going off and things like that.
I guess I want to. That's a good point. Like, I do want to see, and there's an opportune time my guard is distracted to get the key card. I'm not necessarily worried about the rest of the keys, but I would want to try to see the scope out if there was a guard distracted or
I mean, in the
took
bustle
it
of
off in
people
the
leaving.
bathroom or yeah.
Yeah, you have about 30 people that are all trying to leave at about the same time. So I mean, um, you could attempt a sleight of hand. It would have to be at disadvantage simply because you're going to have to kind of do it while you're in a crowd, while you're moving,
Right.
So, um,
Yeah, I want to
okay,
try that potentially on two guards, just in case like they see like Lou's body like in an area that it shouldn't be and there's not a card. I'm not because we don't know how these work.
sure. Yeah, go ahead.
This
Two with
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Now I'm nervous. I did so good so far. Disadvantage.
As an aside, I'm probably gonna have
Uh,
to bail before too long.
I'm about to wrap us up. This is,
Okay.
of course,
Okay,
our one shots
30,
never end up being one shots.
And I didn't even
33
make you
on
really
that one.
describe that
And
much.
yes, okay, those are still decent rolls. Okay, 33 on the disadvantage and 26 on the other disadvantage. I was so nervous. I was so nervous.
I did have it high. It was a 25. So you were close.
Gotcha.
But you do manage to grab or snag two key cards off of two separate guards while the crowd moves
Feels
along.
good to play Titan again.
You head out of the museum along with all of the other patrons, and you kind of stand there for a moment, meandering, and the doors are locked behind you. And that is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
A couple extra seconds, like Lou, like we stand out on the curb, and Lou just kind of like puts an arm on Titan and is like, "So, I you blurred a little bit, which is usually a sign that you extracted successfully.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna take a wild guess at what you extracted. Let's just see if any alarms start going off like right this second, because suddenly they don't have their Well, yeah,
Yeah, we'll
she's
chill as
basing
soon
this
as you
on
know.
the idea that
Yeah,
like if it's a proximity thing and suddenly they don't have the proximity thing, but they are still inside
yeah.
possibly where the proximity thing would go off.
Titan was going to suggest the same things, like, "Hey, let's chill outside the door right after close a little bit and make sure we can hear something."
You sit outside for a little bit. You hear the the usual sounds, not the usual, the uh you hear the sound of magic inside the building, a magic that is being, I can't think of words, being booted up essentially
Mhm.
after a few minutes.
The dial tone.
Yeah. You hear that every single time you cast a spell.
Oh my goodness. And then we hear no key card detected, and then machine guns come out and just start blasting, no questions asked.
No, you don't hear it. You don't hear anything actually, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, the building has gone quiet. The lights have been turned off, other than the security lights, of course. And that is that. I have no idea when we're gonna play our next session.
It's fun to look forward to, though.
Uh,
As an aside, I'm gonna write it down because I'll forget to ask this question later. Big museum, obviously, at least 3 stories tall. Buildings next to it that we can use to get onto the roof.
Nope.
So just by itself, we're gonna have okay.
It's in a square.
Yeesh.
Not like a
Yeah,
giant,
Titans.
like
Titan scaled buildings before it. Right.
Does mean I'm gonna leave Cayman behind though. Not subtle about getting to the top of the building if there's not like
Wait, I plan on sitting on Cayman as it climbs up with its mechanical feet. Probably wouldn't be loud or anything as it like digs in the stone.
I did have him equipped with a grappling hook.